Yo, YouTube, what is good? It's Aeghis. In this video, I'm going to break down one singular tip that is going to help you a lot in WoW Arena, whether it be in 2s, 3s, shuffle, or whatever. It's just a very general tip that you're probably going to be like, wow, why didn't I think of that? Or maybe you do already know it and it's going to be further reinforced by watching. So for this example, let me start the video here. I'm playing my mage in 2s and I'm fighting a warrior H-Pal. So this warrior H-Pal is going to have a lot of different damage reduction cooldowns, which is going to segue us into the tip itself that you guys, clicked on the video for. And that is going to be that we're going to be watching out for any sort of damage reduction, such as enrage regen, sacrifice, divine protection. And basically what we want to do is we don't want to do so much damage into this. This is when we're going to want to look to hit a different target. If I start the video here, you'll see the warrior, he's coming in on me. I'm just keeping my distance nice and slow. I got his freedom. Trying to get some CC here. So I get some CC on this paladin here in a sec. And then I pop combust. And you can see right away the warrior trades enrage regeneration at a pretty decent amount of HP. Like, it's going to be hard to kill through this because enrage regen I think is like a 20 or 30% damage reduction. My damage alone is not going to be anywhere near enough to kill this guy since he used it so high. So that's like the part I want to reiterate is he used damage reduction. He respected my cooldowns. His combust weak aura went off. He traded his cooldown. So basically it would be a lot less value to put the rest of my damage into the warrior because I'm not going to kill him anyways. Like, there's really no way unless we did like some crazy CC chain. So what I have to do is I have to just sheet the warrior and then I go the paladin with the rest of my damage. And what we're going to do here is we're going to get more cooldowns. So now you can see I got wings and divine protection. We're getting more cooldowns. That's the point. If I would have just kept going on the warrior, basically I would not have gotten that extra little bit of cooldown that I got. And it doesn't make any sense to do damage into the damage reduction anyways, considering how high he used it. So now we can watch as the game we can watch as the game continues on how this is going to affect it. So you can see I get my second full sheep of the game and then, oops, sorry about that. So now I'm just going to keep going on to the warrior here, doing big damage, trying to kill. Now he uses sack. So at this point, sack, like, even though he's pretty low at this point, he's 30% life with sack up, it's still unlikely that I'm going to kill this guy considering I don't have any major damaging cooldowns. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense to do damage into that. So I sheep the warrior, even though he's low. I am playing Master Shepherd. And then with the kick on the pally, I opt to try to force more cooldowns by hitting the paladin now, since the warrior has damage reduction through sack. So I start hitting the paladin. Now they're both low. Since the sack is now over, I opt to go back onto the warrior here. And you can see the pally is busy here behind the pillar trying to heal himself up. I go in for a DB sheep. The warrior is pre-kiting. So since the warrior is pre-kiting, and what I mean by pre-kiting is he preemptively positioned himself behind this pillar behind me, so I can't do damage to him. So I'm going to opt to just do my damage onto the paladin. And you can see here a lot of this damage that I'm going to be doing. Well, actually, it did not do that much considering I didn't have a lot of damage. My bust is up in 7 seconds. Don't really have that much damage for him. But he's in my line, so I'll attack him. The warrior's trying to come back out now, so I just put the rest of my damage onto him. And they're really running low on damage reduction cooldowns because we're just getting them one by one. We're not giving them too much value by not attacking into them. So I'm trying to survive right now on the warrior's cooldowns. I get that full sheep. Fireball, combust. Now I'm just trying to kill this warrior. He presses sack. So what do? I sheep him and I go on to the paladin. Now I'm just hitting the paladin with the rest of my combust. Big damage here. He uses his divine protection, which is a cooldown that we would have not gotten had I continued to attack into sack. And then also we get bubble. So that's another like huge cooldown to get. That is a massive cooldown that we would have not gotten had we kept attacking into the sack. So now we are working our way through all of the cooldowns that they have. Just kiting, getting the warrior off me, getting some distance. Just doing damage here. I get a nice combust proc. And yeah, they just end up dying. But basically this game is a great example on why you should not put too much damage into any sort of damage reduction, as long as they use it at like a decent HP. And also, it is a little bit dependent on, let's say in threes, for example, if a target gets sacked at 30% and you guys both have your big damaging cooldowns up, you might be able to kill through it, but I would say like 80 to 90% of the time, it's going to just be more value to go a different target. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about this tip. Let me know if you've already been doing it. But yeah, this is great because I've been actually doing some VOD reviews for some people, and this is something that I will notice in a lot of people's games, is that they'll just try to train down one target the whole game through every sort of cooldown that they have. And this is a really like it's a strategy that's only going to work up to a certain point, basically, because when teams learn how to trade their cooldowns properly and they start using their cooldowns higher, you're not going to be able to kill through. So you need to go for more cooldowns by swapping onto different targets, and that way you can like efficiently get cooldowns throughout the game instead of just getting one and then having it rotate back up in the future. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all I really have, and peace out.